Now at 6, Crowder College lands a state-of-the-art dissection imaging table for its medical students. Plus, a Joplin nonprofit that helps women raises some life-giving funds. And shoppers hit a market in Joplin today to benefit the Children's Miracle Network.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Crowder College showcases its new digital dissection table. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. The Anatomage table is a digital cadaver lab that uses images from real human bodies. KOAM's Fernanda Silva was there and shows us how it works. Now, viewers should be advised this story features detailed medical procedures.
There has been a lot of oohs and ahs and a lot of the gasp, and it's really been exciting.
The reason for all the reactions in Crowder College is their new Anatomage table. The two is a digital cadaver lab that uses images from real human bodies.
Victor was 33 years old at the time of his death and died of leukemia. So when we look at his anatomy, we can see the pathology that's there. Victor has an enlarged liver, an enlarged spleen, and enlarged lymph nodes due to the stage of leukemia that he was at the time of his death.
I love that they have not just one body you can look at, and they are actual people that donated their body to science. It's not just an AI generated situation, it's a real person with a real cause of death.
A detailed image was taken every half a millimeter along each of the 5 cadavers available in the two, including Victor's, allowing 3D visualization of the entire body.
Man, it is mind-blowing. I mean, even from a perspective of somebody who's not interested in science, essentially, this is something that's just amazing from a technology standpoint, but even from a instructional standpoint. It's a game changer.
Students will have the opportunity to study every organ system of the human body, and using the Anatomage table, students will get back there and they will do a up close and personal invasive examination of every organ system.
In Pineville, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Roughly 100 students will have the opportunity to learn using the tool every semester. Now, the plan is to also partner with McDonald County High School. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at your forecast.
Well, of course, it's a Friday, which is always nice, but it's cold. Temperatures have been dropping on us all day long. We've had the clouds, we've had some drizzle out there, and we're also going to have some fog as we go through the overnight hours. Of course, the deer are moving, so be careful. But look at this, upper 30s, but at least we're mainly dry. But temperatures continue to drop. 39 in Carthage, 39 in Neosho. Miami 41, 37 in Fort Scott. Neodesha is sitting at 37 degrees. The clouds are going to continue to push through over the next several hours. And you can see there are some pockets of drizzle out there. A little bit of light snow once you get up toward Kansas City and northern parts of Missouri. For us, through the evening, clouds and fog. That's mainly what we have to deal with, but some additional rain chances over the weekend. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Authorities in Ottawa County, Oklahoma arrest 2 men suspected of trying to firebomb the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office. It happened around 10 Sunday night. ATF agents say a Molotov cocktail was thrown at the front door of the office, but did not light. Court documents show the men told investigators they did it because they held a grudge against the police. And you can find more information about the case on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Authorities charge a rural Columbus man with multiple counts of child porn. Jacob Major of rural Columbus was taken into custody yesterday afternoon after a warrant was issued for his arrest earlier that day. The warrant stems from an investigation into Major's alleged criminal online activity. Now, Major is held in the Cherokee County Jail with a $250,000 bond. Authorities charged Major with 4 counts of aggravated internet trading in child pornography and 6 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. Authorities in Monette, Missouri asked for information after a stabbing incident on Thursday. Authorities responded to the 500 block of 4th Street around 6:15 p.m. That's where they found 31-year-old man with a single stab wound to the stomach. EMS took the victim to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are working to identify the suspect. A Chanute man loses his life in a 2-vehicle crash on Thursday. An eastbound vehicle on K39 highway just west of Chanute crossed the center line and collided with a semi. The driver of the eastbound vehicle, 68-year-old Danny Romine of Chanute, was pronounced dead at the scene. A Joplin-based nonprofit is helping local women in need get free mammograms. Hope for You Breast Cancer Foundation today moves to donate $25,000. The nonprofit hopes to increase its annual donation to 7 local hospitals thanks to the amount. Now, money raised by Hope for You goes to provide free mammograms to women who are underinsured or do not have insurance. Hope for You does not have any paid staff members.
It's a way to say thank you to the people that have supported Wes in his career, and giving is the best thing you can do.
5 or 6 of our hospitals, they're small, they only get $1,000 a year, so I'm hoping we'll give them maybe $2,500 this year and increase the amount we give to Mercy and Freeman and to Show Me Healthy Women. It's going to be used wisely, and I just can't believe it.
Over the years, Hope for You's donations have provided more than 2,000 free mammograms for women. Well, people in Joplin today were able to do some Christmas shopping while supporting the Children's Miracle Network. Freeman Health System today hosted its Miracle Market. It's a 2-day shopping event where people can buy jewelry, home decor, crafts, and specialty items, with 20% of all sales helping to furnish and maintain Freeman's neonatal ICU.
For me, it's kind of personal because my granddaughter Nora Beechner is a Children's Miracle recipient of their wonderfulness, but also it makes me feel good to help other kids too. Children's Miracle Network helps Nora and her family with gas when they make their trips to Dallas to go to see her doctors. So, and I know it helps a lot of kids. So I got involved a couple of years ago.
This is the 22nd year Freeman has hosted the Miracle Market. Coming up, the Seneca football team looks to cap off a perfect 13-0 season with a state championship. John has the details in sports. Plus, the National Weather Service updates its criteria for winter storm warnings. We'll tell you what that means for a couple of states in our area. Today is the official start to meteorological winter, and before snow and ice make a return to Missouri and Arkansas, the National Weather Service has updated its criteria for winter storm warnings. Nicolette Sangara explains why the agency made the change.
A winter storm warning is issued when ice, sleet, or snow may create hazardous conditions. The winter storm warning criteria for ice and sleet remain unchanged. It's still a 1/4 inch for ice and a 1/2 inch for sleet. The changes made are with regards to heavy snow. The problem with the original criteria was similar geographic areas had different thresholds for snow accumulations.
If one winter storm is going to impact the Springfield, Little Rock, and Tulsa areas, if the same event is going to impact all the areas, ideally we're all issuing the same winter storm warning in order to message that event consistently.
The criteria for northern Arkansas used to be 4 inches of heavy snow within 12 hours. It's still 4 inches with the latest update, but now there is no longer a time constraint. In southern Missouri, the new criteria for snow in a winter storm warning has dropped from its original threshold of 6 inches of snow.
Nationwide, we saw there were great discrepancies from north to south, west to east when it came to snowfall amounts needed to issue a winter storm warning. Right here in the Ozarks. So what we did, we took a look at climatology, and now the Weather Service in Springfield will issue warnings whenever we anticipate at least 5 inches of snow.
Keep in mind, these thresholds are very different if you're traveling to a snowier or warmer state. For example, in Florida, it only takes 1 inch of snow to trigger a winter storm warning, whereas in Michigan, that criteria is closer to 7 or 8 inches of snow. The bottom line is, if you're traveling near or far, check the forecast before you go. Reporting in the studio, Nicolette Zangara, KY3 News.
Good advice there. A little later, Pittsburgh and Joplin meet up tonight in a cross-state basketball battle. John has a preview of this border war in sports.
Plus, we still have some more showers in the forecast, so we're going to be looking at that coming up next. Well, of course, it turned out to be a dreary one for us today. We've had the clouds, we've had the drizzle, and dropping temperatures through the day. Rain or drizzle has not been heavy, only 1/100th of an inch, but it's 1/100th of an inch, right at 13 inches behind where we should be for 2023. Obviously, we're not going to catch up on that mark. Let's go outside. Here's a nice shot. Our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. We're looking downtown. We're looking off toward the north and to the east, and you can kind of see that drizzly, kind of foggy atmosphere, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the rest of the evening. 39 in Carthage, 37 in Fort Scott, Chanute at 37. Welch is sitting at 41 degrees. It's kind of misty, foggy-ish as well. 7th and Range Line. Visibility down to 8 miles. As soon as our winds drop closer to calm later on tonight, we'll start to see some patchy fog building in. A lot of clouds kind of hanging out, mainly in the upper 30s as we go through the next several hours, and our visibilities will start to drop later on tonight. Our fog will start to build in, and especially once you get down into the Ozark Mountains, that's where the hilly areas, that's where the fog is going to be a little bit thicker across the region. All right, clouds, a little bit of drizzle. Most of us are going to stay dry, but a little bit of drizzle is passing by. Some snow showers up to our north near Kansas City. And then if we look out toward the west, here's our next wave. It doesn't have a lot of moisture, but it will start to affect us as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow, giving us more clouds and even a few random showers across the region. So you can see this wave right here is going to rotate right in as we go through the weekend. So tonight we have the clouds and the fog into the morning hours. We're going to drop back mid-30s. By noon tomorrow, still socked in with the clouds, I think most of us will be mid to upper 40s to near 50 degrees. As we get into the afternoon, mid-50s. Near 60 in our southern counties, but our northern counties only near 50. So about an 8 to 10 degree spread throughout the afternoon. Some random showers trying to pop up during the afternoon into the evening hours. Most of us stay dry. Rotates through by the time we head into Sunday morning, mid-30s once again. As we get into the afternoon hours, we will see those temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 50s by the time we head into Sunday afternoon. But then again, Sunday night, we're going to get some showers that rotate through into Monday morning. So we do have a couple batches that we'll try to kind of push through over the weekend. So afternoon showers tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies Sunday. It's going to be cold, of course, tomorrow night. And as we look down the road, we have little waves rotating through. But watch this. Late next week, see this ridge of high pressure starts to work in. That's going to allow our temperatures to warm up just a little bit as we go into the second half of next week. All right, 55 tomorrow, 56 on Sunday, 55 on Monday, Tuesday 56, back to the 60s. Late next week, also some rain chances. Also, Tuesday night, December 5th, we will do the winter forecast.
Ooh.
I got to get working on that this weekend.
That's a big deal.
Uh-huh.
I won't ask you for predictions yet
Alrighty.
because you're working on it.
Yes.
All right, I'm looking forward to it though. Next Wednesday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Yep.
All right, well, still ahead, Pittsburgh and Joplin High School face each other in boys and girls basketball. And Seneca High School football tries to finish an undefeated season. John Dales has highlights from the Indian State Championship game and more up next.
Seneca High School football is 13-0. Today, the Indians bring their perfect record to Columbia for the Class 3 state championship, trying to finish off an unbeaten season. Seneca entering Faurot Field in the Class 3 state title game. Indians are taking on Central High School of Park Hills, Missouri. Opening drive of the game, Kaysen Murphy drops back to pass. He finds Joe Bryant for the touchdown. Central gets out to a 26-0 lead in the first half. In the second quarter, Seneca with some work to do. Gavin Hoover and company showing life on offense. He goes deep for a 41-yard pickup to Ethan Altick. That sets up Jackson Mars to score the touchdown, and Seneca is on the board. The Indians went into halftime trailing 26-6. In the third quarter now, Seneca trailing 42-20. Little trickery here. Taste of the Rebels' own medicine. Wide receiver Ethan Altick throws the ball to Blake Skelton. He stays in bounds and gets across the goal line. Indians get a 2-possession game afterwards. It's 42-28. In the fourth quarter now, Gavin Hoover on the move. He gets inside the 5-yard line. Then Jackson Mars scores his 4th touchdown of the game. Seneca cuts the lead down to just 8. 42-34. Next Seneca possession, same score. Jackson Mars fumbles the football. Joe Bryant scoops it up, and the Rebels ice the game from that point forward. Seneca's come back too little too late. Central beats Seneca 48-34. Indians finishes Class 3 state runner-ups.
Not a whole lot went right for us in that first half. We just had got ourselves behind the sticks with some holding calls and had a snap issue and things like that. But my takeaway, and it's been like this with these guys all year, how resilient they are. And I said at halftime, I was confident that we were going to win the football game.
Another chance for one of our local teams to bring home a state championship tomorrow at 3. Lamar, who's only lost this year, came to Seneca, faces Valley Catholic for the Class 2 state title game. Warriors lost their first game of the season to Seckman back in August. They've won 12 in a row since. Kickoff at 3. We'll have highlights and full coverage again here on KOAM tomorrow. Meanwhile, high school basketball season about a week or two underway in Missouri. Tonight, though, is the first game of the year for plenty of Kansas schools. We got a cross-state battle between Pittsburgh and Joplin. The Eagles face the Purple Dragons, both the boys and girls teams playing. Things get started at 6 with the girls game. Then the boys play at 7:30. We'll have highlights from both of those contests tonight at 10. Meanwhile, over at the Carthage Lady Tiger Invitational, Webb City lost a close one to Bentonville in the opening round yesterday. Today, the Cardinals face Sunrise Christian. We'll have the highlights from that game as well later tonight. That's all for sports. We're back right after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Southeast Kansas animal shelter has a new home. Plus, how Christmas tree farms are dealing with a high demand this holiday season. And UPS is using new technology to make sure you get your gifts in time for Christmas. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. KOAM Skywatch weather app. Speaking of weather.
Yeah, it's going to be cold tonight, dreary out there, also patchy fog. So be careful if you are going to be on the roads. Of course, the deer are moving this time of the year. A few random showers late tomorrow into tomorrow evening, kind of overall, kind of dreary, but 55, 56 on Sunday. Some showers roll in Sunday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday look pretty good. And then chances for rain back in again late next week into next weekend.
All right. Well, we need the rain, that's for sure. All right. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.